Hello guys, today is day 54 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction, and today we have a very important video for you. We're going to be talking about goals. That's a very important topic that we will be discussing in 2 days. Today is part 1 of that, so don't miss tomorrow. That will be part 2. So let's get started. Hello guys, welcome back. Today is day 54 of the 90-day challenge. My name is Miguel Olvera, and we're going to be discussing a very important topic today. Today we're going to be talking about goals. Why are they so important? Well, without goals, we will get bored. We will become really apathic. I think that's the word. We will become very, we will just drift through life without being able to achieve anything worthwhile. Most people don't have goals, but then when they don't have goals, they get in trouble. They let other people put things in their mind, and they just drift through life and not do anything worthwhile. And then when they get to the end of their life, they regret what they didn't do with the opportunity of, they had before. The number one thing that most people, if you have a chance, I'm trying to regress. When you have if you have a chance, try to go to one of those convalescent homes or a nursing home when they have a lot of old people living, and just go visit there. And you will see a lot of people, they're regretting not being able to do things as they used to. If you have the chance, interview one of them and ask them what will be the number one thing that they would love to do at the present time. And most of them will tell you the opportunity to live once again, or to have that opportunity of being able to be at that time where the opportunity presented itself, whatever that opportunity might have been, and being able to take that chance. Most people, when they get to the end of their life, they regret a lot of things they never got to do. Most entrepreneurs and businessmen, businesswomen also, they regret spending so much time at work and not paying attention to their family. So I want to make sure that when we talk about goals, that you include everybody in your goal, that you include the most important people in your life. Don't just try to get a goal for you to be wealthy, or for you to reach a certain goal and then ignoring or neglecting the people around you. Make sure that when you create a goal that makes you happy, healthy, and wealthy. And make sure that you include the people that you love the most in that plan. So, what type of goals should we get? Before we start talking about that, I want to introduce to you the law of laws. The law of laws is the law of cause and effect. That is the modus operandi for the universe to work. The universe will not give you anything. You can call the universe, you can call God, you can call it supreme power, you can call it anything you want. But the universe will not give you anything without you actually giving something. So that is the law of laws, the law of cause and effect. You have to cause something for something to happen. In other words, you cannot get more out of life than what you put into it. So if you're just drifting through life and not putting any effort, you're not gonna accomplish much. And that's not what we're here for. Honestly, why are you here? What's keeping you watching these videos? I thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing so, but you have something within you, I know so. You have something within you that you want to accomplish. And that's why you're here. You're probably looking for that certain idea. I might be able to give it to you, but once you find that idea, make sure that you take action. Once again, the book, The Secret, the one that was written at the beginning of the century by Rhonda Byrne, It talks about a lot of things and what to do in terms of the law of attraction, but one of the things that actually it's not in there is the word action. You have to take action. Once you have an idea, once you have that epiphany or that intuition, that gut feeling, whatever we will be discussing in the past, make sure that you put action into it. So, for us to be able to set goals, we have to make sure that we know how to set goals. Once again, we were never taught how to set goals in life. In school, again, we never were taught about how to do that. Most of our parents didn't teach us how to do that. So, how do we set goals? Well, there are two types of goals, guys. Once we learn what type of goal that we want, there are two kinds. There are small goals and there are big goals. The small goals is what I call, waking up in the morning, taking a shower. That's my goal for today. Get to work. Make sure I make it, there on time. That's a goal. Make sure that I finish my work, whatever I do, either I work on school. That's a goal. But all those are little goals. Make sure that I pick up the groceries or take out the trash, whatever I need to do. That's a goal. But those are little goals. They're not insignificant, but they're not worth your while. They're just things that you gotta do no matter what. Okay? For you to keep a job, you have to do certain things, so those are little goals that you actually are accomplishing. But what about the big goals? Okay? The big goals are the goals that actually make you feel better. The goals that once you reach them, it makes you feel like, I did it. Okay? Those are the big goals that I'm talking about. Most people don't set those big goals ever. What is the number one reason you think it will be for people not to make those type of goals? Or for people not to set those type of goals? What do you think is the universal reason people don't do that? In my opinion, it's fear. It's the fear of failure. It's the fear of saying, okay, I'm going to try to accomplish this goal, but what happens if I don't do it? What if I get ridiculed by my friends and family? What if I make a big mess? What happens if I fail? What happens if I don't succeed? Remember, guys, I talked about this in previous videos. Failure is just feedback. It's just the universe giving you feedback, telling you, okay, you're not doing this correctly, or you're not, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. That's all there is. Achieving a goal is just putting a big jigsaw puzzle together. If you look at it that way, in those simple terms, and when you fail and you cannot put this together, it's just a matter of changing your perspective, changing the way you look at it, changing your attitude, changing everything what we talked about your intellectual factors. So if you're able to look at it that way, you can accomplish any goal that you want. Plain and simple. Don't let the fear of failure stop you from achieving big goals. Big goals are the ones that you actually want. The little goals, as I described earlier, are just logical goals. Goals that you actually, common sense asks you to do them. But the big goals, the goals that you really, really desire, the ones that you have in there, I know you have some in here. Those are the goals that I'm talking about. And this is why I took so many days for me to be able to finally get to this part. Because I want to make sure that you understand everything had a reason or why I explained certain things in a certain way. If you let outside circumstances, as we discussed a couple of days ago, determine how you think, you're never going to get out of this mess that you're in or whatever goal that you want to achieve. Therefore, it's very important that you don't let circumstances, people, ridicule. What will they say if I fail? Don't let that affect you. That's why it's very important that you think the proper way and you act the proper way. Once you learn that your mind actually controls this body, you will be able to actually achieve any goal that you want. Okay? So once again, guys, make sure that you set big goals. The goals that make you really, really excited. The ones that you think that, wow, if I accomplish this, that will be the ultimate. That is exactly what I'm saying, guys. So today was the first part of the goal achieving activities that we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me for these 53 days, 54 days that we've been together. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your time today that you spent with me, about 10 minutes. Thank you very much. If you have any friends, guys, if you have any relatives or any co-workers or anybody that you think will benefit from this, please let them know what we're doing. Invite them over, follow, share, tag people. Make sure that you turn on your post notifications up here for Instagram and down here for YouTube and Facebook, so you know when the next video comes up. And please, if you have anybody that you think will benefit from this, let them know what we're doing. I'm pretty sure they will benefit from what we're doing here. Thank you very much, guys. I hope I gave you some value today. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.